Hi, guys. Welcome to the Simply Slay Life podcast. This is my day 2 of my 21-day daily blog that I'm trying to complete. This actually started, I did a travel blog while I was out of the country. So when I went to Malaysia and when I went to Singapore, I did a travel blog to kind of show what I did every day when I was there. They were more shorts than they were full out videos, but at least it stopped by for like 2 or 3 minutes or 50 seconds or something to show y'all little things that I was doing. And so I decided I was going to start for 21 days a daily blog. And here we go. So before we get into it, let's talk about the Simply Slay Life podcast. Of course, for my intro, as we say, this is a inspirational platform to help and show women and hopefully, inspire them to lead a exceptional life and go for their dreams. And, basically to simply slay life. So you'll see content on here where either I'll have interviews with people talking about things they've done and things, businesses they started, or things that you can do to improve your health and wellness, things to just make your life where you're trying to do and take care of the best part of yourself and inspire you to get out there and lead the best life that you see for you. So with that's why it's called Simply Slay Life. So let's get into it. So today we're going to be talking about finding joy in everyday life. And that can be something as far as like my joy might be different from your joy. I know for me, I used to be like, for me, in my younger years, I was always like, oh, I need to have this, and this to be happy. And as you get older, you find out, no, really, the small things, the non-materialistic things can bring joy to you. When you get older, some people still might be about the materialistic thing, but if that's their joy, that's their joy. So for me, little things make me happy. So I have a dog, and so every morning I get up and me and him go on like a 20-minute walk before I start my day. So to be able to do that with my pup, who is basically, he's a little old man. He's a pup to be still. He's 16 years old, and that's, since I've had him, since I got him, that's our daily thing. We go out in the morning and we go out in the evening for a little 20-minute walk. And for a while, for me, and I've talked about this previously in my video, that I have a lung condition. So for a long time, I couldn't walk. I've also had a joint disease that kind of put me in a situation where I was unable to walk too for a little while. So it was very hard for me to walk with the lung condition, because I constantly had to have oxygen. So I had to have somebody walk him. So it wasn't the same for him or me, right? Because it's literally the person who's taking him to walk for the bathroom versus we're just doing a stroll. We're getting some exercise in. I take him around the corner to go visit his friend. Those things were taken away from me. And that now that I'm in a space where, hey, I can do that, me and Mr. Kennedy be on the roll with it, so those things that's a little joy to me, because I get to see it and do it, and that brings happiness to me, that brings happiness to him. That is such an experience when you get to find those little things, my other thing for me that brings joy, and I know, I'm the youngest sister out of my mother's children. I'm the youngest. And so it's only me and my sister left. And she was the middle child. So it's only me and my sister left. And for like 6 or 7 years, I didn't live in the same city as my family. So now that every time I turn around, what are we doing? Where are we going? I'm the nagging little sister. And because I get to see, not just on holidays, I get to see them on, hey, I'm coming over today. Or she might stop by on her lunch break or something like that. Those are little joys to me, you know, because for so many years it was just me and the dog in whatever city I was in working, you know. So when you get to be around people or be around or experience things that you may have once in your younger years taken for granted or just never saw the value in it really. And then when you realize, oh, wow, no, that means a lot. And prime example of why I can tell you that means a lot. And I know for most people, they can relate to this when we went through COVID and they shut us down. And 2020, pet adoptions and pet fostering went up because, again, you want to feel included. You want to feel that you're not alone. So to be able to have the joy coming or seeing something or being around something every day or somebody every day to brighten your day, it brought people during that time joy, right? So that's what happened. You know, I had Kennedy, but when I was in another city and we were locked down and I couldn't go anywhere for a while, my dog was all I had. You know, Zoom became my friend to my family. That's the way we saw each other. But I had my dog. And when you're going through that, just to be able to every day, I would be able to go out for a walk with him during that time. And it wasn't a long walk because I had oxygen, but because couldn't bring nobody to to take him for a walk because nobody could be around me because of my condition. So I would take him out and take him around the block when I knew nobody would really be out, like around 6 in the morning. And again, probably about, 10, 11 at night, just take him around. At that point in time, I lived in an apartment complex, so take them around the complex and then bring them back upstairs. That little 5 minutes, which would turn into like a 30-minute walk, because I'm struggling, but I'm making it happen, brought joy to me. And then when I got to be able to move home to be with my family, seeing my nieces, my nephews, my sister, that was joy. What do y'all consider y'all's joy every day? What do you find your happiness in every day? It could be you get your favorite type of coffee, or it could be, you and your friends meeting once a month for lunch, or, reading. Do they even have funnies anymore in the comments? I got to think about that because I ain't seen a newspaper forever. That used to be my thing when I was growing up. Sundays was the Sunday comics. That made my day. And my mom would specifically pull out that part of the comics for me. My brother would get the sports section. My sister would get life and style. I would, because again, I'm the youngest. So we're 4 years apart. So my brother was the oldest. So he's 8 years older than me. And he's 4 years older than my sister. And my sister's 4 years older than me. So my mom made sure that we all read a part of the newspaper to help us with our reading too. And so my brother got the sports page. My sister got the life and style, where the little fashion stuff. And I got the comics. And so we would read that. And I got to go back and see that. If they still have that, I haven't seen. I know most people on the newspaper, they put it online now. But that used to be that. I used to get so happy. You saw I lit up for that, right? I used to get so happy when my mom would give me the Sunday comics. Marmaduke was my dog. Marmaduke was my dog. And I would get so excited and read that. And my other thing was I was a big reader. I gotta tell you, that was, I would save up my allowance, and then, we got an allowance every 2 weeks. And so my mommy would take us to the store, and she would let us pick out something. And so, like, I would run and get the Sweet Valley Sweet Valley Junior High books at that time, or the Sweet Valley High books when I got older, or when I was younger, it was I did Archie and Jughead comic books. So I got little things like that, and my sister would get sorry, I'm gonna tell my age, but it's coming back. My sister would get the little 45 record for her little record player, and my brother would buy marbles or a Hot Wheels or something like that. When he got older, he would start buying, what are those things called? Oh, he was a big Legos person too. Marbles and Legos was my brother's things for a long time. Or he would go to the arcade when he got older, right, with his money. So those were little joys to us. And so even now, say I'm standing in line, or I go through, if you can find a bookstore anymore, there's a couple of Barnes and Nobles left where I am. When I walk and I'm walking and I see a bookstore, I get excited because I'm like, oh, I wonder if they got, those are little joys to me. Like I said, it's not anything that is, big. But those are the things that bring joy to me, because it also is a nostalgia thing. It makes me think of my family. It makes me think of my mom. And it's amazing to me, right? And so I want to ask you, and I want you to reflect on and leave it in your comment section, in your comments to me. What do you consider a joy? What are the little things that make you happy every day? Like I said, when I wake up and I come back from walking Kennedy, I make coffee or I make tea and I go sit outside in my backyard, in my little gliding chair, right? And I do that to center myself before I got to get out of here and get my day started, or before I have to go into my office and start my day. So, those little extra minutes, or that little extra hour, 2 hours that I have before it starts to be like, okay, I gotta grind, I gotta move. Those are my joys of the day. Please tell me what you do. I hope that you're enjoying this blog. I'm trying to finish it out for 21 days. We're going to have a lot of good things. Well, at least in my mind. My daily blog is looking like what I tend to do to try to center myself and help myself be great. And hopefully, if nothing else, other women to say, hey, I haven't did that in a while. She hit something. Maybe I do need to go back to doing that. It'll help y'all too. I hope y'all continue to watch. I hope you continue to like the content. And by the way, if you do like it, hit that like button. And if you really enjoy it, subscribe, hit that button at the bottom, and be sure to share. I thank y'all very much for I'm slaughtering words today. Shame on me. I need to slow down for a minute. Thank y'all for watching the Simply Slay Life podcast. And I hope to see y'all back here tomorrow, where I'll have a little bit more of little bitty things that, I do in a daily life as to try to make my days better, to improve myself, to calm me down when I'm having a bad day. Maybe there's tips in here that y'all might take away from. Maybe you can leave me some tips, or have me try new things. But either way it goes, I hope to see y'all here. I hope you like this. I hope you hit the like button and subscribe. Again, thank you for watching the Simply Slay Life podcast with Rochelle. Y'all have a good one. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.